are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.
We can learn to ignore the bullshit in the Bible.
Is a direct and deliberate smear against Christianity.
You don't believe in God, then where's your moral barometer?
And now, your host, Brock Lolly.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Brock Lolly. I'm the Atheist Antidote on YouTube and other such social media venues. This is my mini podcast where I lay it for you. I pave for you. I cut into the gnarly woods and the high grass, and I pave for you gold-plated streets toward the Emerald City of Common Sense. And all you have to do is walk upon them. Walk towards the light, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm like an intellectual construction crew, just laying paths for you. Thank you for listening. Today, I'm gonna get into something that should actually be the shocker, but because of the blitzkrieg-style secular extremist attempt at our culture and at our sensibilities, it's as if this stuff comes at us every day. So it's a roll your eyes situation. It really shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be, and it takes a concerted effort to make sure that you don't roll your eyes, because it is outlandish hatred and it is outlandish bigotry. But here's your latest dose of secular militancy. So some professor, who happens, by the way, to be a hardline leftist, writing some book about Obama being basically like, our version of the great leader. And I'm not kidding you. This guy's been commissioned to basically write a soft deity style book of our sitting president. Anyway, this guy has some class full of poor, impressionable college kids who are dropping like 50 grand on this pablum that he's spewing. But he says to them, okay, guys, write the name Jesus down on a piece of paper. Okay, have you all done that? Okay, great. Now put that down on the floor and stomp on it. That's right. Put the name of Jesus on a piece of paper and then put it on the floor and stomp on it. Okay, are you all stomping? Hey, Jimmy, you're not stomping. What are you doing? Well, see, here's where the story gets interesting. Jimmy, he decides this is extremely disrespectful because, well, it is disrespectful, and it's easily understood. It doesn't take any kind of hardline Jerry Falwell, hard right Christian thinking to understand that this is disrespectful. The only thing you need to do to realize this is disrespectful is to not put the name Jesus there and just put any other number of things there. Muhammad comes to mind, maybe Barack Obama's name comes to mind, any other number of things that would be looked at as maybe precious to people. And you just realize why this isn't an appropriate thing to do, right? I don't need to sell you on that. Even you wine and cheese eating New Yorkers should probably at least intellectually understand this concept. Well, anyway, Jimmy refuses to do it. Well, you know what happens to Jimmy, don't you? He gets suspended from school. That's right, because Jimmy goes above his ridiculous Marxist professor and says, "Hey, this is insensitive." Heck, maybe Jimmy even said he was offended. You know how you can just throw out the offended card left and right? Well, the problem with Jimmy is Jimmy's a Christian, so he can take that offense and shove it where the sun doesn't shine. Anyway, Jimmy's offended. Well, this story's making the rounds for obvious, reasons, because it's just more of the same. And there's so many levels that you can talk about this story on, because this professor, I've been in front of many professors like this. I got a liberal arts education from a very, very liberal school, so I know exactly. These guys are straight out of central casting. And this guy, I can see him in the teacher's lounge, sipping on some imported Indian tea, saying, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to shake up their sensibilities, their white Anglo-Saxon, Western European sensibilities, and we're going to talk about symbolism and how, what you really should do to really see beautiful art is you should take religious symbols, but Judeo-Christian symbols, and you should urinate on them and defecate on them, etc., because it shakes up that Rockwellian American perspective, and that's when we really tap into the Zen, the next level of progressive thinking, you see, and that's really what we should be doing. This is exactly, I bet you any money that if you got the transcript of this guy's mind, it would read verbatim like that. And meanwhile, the guy's a coward. That's all he is. It's old-fashioned, easy to understand, straight arrow cowardice. That's all it is. This guy doesn't take any real risks. He doesn't actually try to expand somebody's. There's the low-hanging fruit, Christianity. Let's bash on it. Let's pick on it. Let's disrespect the poor kid's faith. And let's all powwow around, circle the wagons, and laugh at the guy. This is your modern-day secularist. This is your modern-day leftist. These people are the most hateful, bigoted people you will ever encounter in your life. And right here on the Atheist Antidote Show, we expose their bigotry, unfortunately, almost every single day. Thank you for listening to the Atheist Antidote Podcast.